Hello and welcome back to Subnautica with me, Chris, otherwise known as Silent8472. Now, so in our last episode, I'm going to be honest, it didn't feel like we actually did huge amounts. We basically, for lack of a description, bumbled around after not getting rescued. So I'm hoping to have a bit more of a focus today. I have got a rough idea of what I want to do. That's one of the things I was actually looking for at the end of last episode. Oh no, or not. I thought that was a modification station then. So, yes, I have a rough plan on what I want to do today, and I'm hoping that radio message is going to take us towards it. If it doesn't, I know where I want to go, and I've got justification for it. So I'm just going to sort of crack on with that. However, that all being said, just while I do run back here... Yeah, it's engine I need, not the hull fragment. While I do run back here, this is a particularly special episode for me, because this is actually the 10th episode of the season, or the series, and the reason it's special to me is because a couple of years ago, or a few years ago now, it was more than a couple, one of my friends and I, we opted to try and run a podcast for Magic the Gathering, which is a card game that we play. And I remember at the time jokingly going, we'll be able to call it a real podcast if we get to 10 episodes, because that was one of the podcasts that I was listening to. That was kind of the bar they set when they were talking about it, and they said, oh, we'll consider it a real podcast if it gets 10 episodes. Unfortunately, we never got to 10. I think we got to about 7 or 8. But because this is the 10th episode of the series, that makes it kind of special to me, because I can now make the comment, it's a real series, because I'm 10 episodes in. Whoa, that's unusual. All of those legs have disappeared and not loaded in. But yeah, so I'm really, really pleased about that we've got to our 10. It just, yeah, like I say, it means that we can call it a real series, which I'm really pleased about. So, first things first, get something to eat. Then we want our knife. That one's still growing, that one's still growing, that one's not. Okay, and let's find out what that radio message is, and like I say, I'm hoping it takes me to where I want to go, or at least somewhere interesting.
This is LifePod 4. We've landed close to the Aurora. Flotation device is active, but we've got some big old fish in the water with us, and I don't know how long we're going to last. We're close to the crash site, so bring radiation protection. 4 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Okay, that's not where I want to go, so I'm going to ignore that for the moment. Where I want to go is towards... Oh, and also, one point. There was one of the comments that asked if I'm ever going to collect these camera drones, and the answer is no. Because I don't normally use them, and I'm not too worried about them. Because they'll only get stolen again. But I'm going to turn that one back on to head back towards the dry land. Oh look, the legs are back. Right, okay, so heading in this direction, we were invited over in this direction. There was plenty to find over here, particularly as we were invited to the dry land, but we never went down. So I'm going to see how far down I can get with it. Just see what's up ahead. That sonar is... I do love the sonar. Because what I really, really want to find, and again, I'm not going out my way to find it, and this is one of the bits where I can't actually remember where it is. I really want to get the modification station sorted, but I can't remember where it is, and I'm not going to Google it and go out of my way. I'm just going to keep meandering along. Anything worrying I can see out there? Not as yet. Anything interesting out there? That looks slightly wrecky over there on the sonar. Let's just head in this direction slightly. Here we go, definitely a wreck. What have we got? Prawn bits there. Let's go and have a look, shall we? And let's also put our rebreather on, because we're not near the radiation area, so we don't need that. But we are going deep, so we do want our oxygen efficiency. Now, can I get in this? That is the question. Is this one of the ones I can get inside where it's got a bit of extra loot? Yes. Okay, what's in here? A sealed door to cut through. What can we find? So yeah, I'm actually really quite excited that we've got to 10 and we're making progress. And yeah, I'm really pleased with how everything's going. I hope you guys are as well, because ultimately, much as I might enjoy all of this, you need to enjoy it too. We got a reinforced dive suit. I think we've already got that. Yeah, I think we got that somewhere else. We've got a power cell charger now, so I don't think we need that. That's not what I was hoping to find in here, but oh well, alright. That I want to find. Nearly swam straight past that. Lovely, there's my last 2 pieces for that. So that is going to be a priority for us. For when we get back. Okay. Now then. So we did actually swim past this wreck before. On the way to the life pod that I believe is down there, but we didn't have the rebreather, so we couldn't spend too long around here. Right. It's definitely night time now because I'm not recharging my batteries from all these pings, but... Right, so that's where the dry land is. And this is slightly where I want it to be. So here we have the, I think this one's called the Great Reef, with all these random baubles here. So let's get out and give these a scan, shall we? Now there are some bits I do want to be careful of. But there are equally some bits I think we could find that are quite interesting. Unfortunately, I haven't got completely the depth I'm going to want for all of this. As you can see, I'm running quite low already. I didn't quite realise it was that deep. Okay, we might need to revisit this when I can go a bit deeper, which, now I've got that modification station we can do. So, how about we do swap that out. We do just go and investigate that life pod 4. Where was it? Or has that one given us a clue? Codes and clues. Oh yes, life pod 4. Oh, that's the one over by the Aurora, which we definitely do want the... Okay, and then let's go up. Up, 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 up. Reach the surface. It's amazing how pitch black this goes. There we are. Right, okay, so we're just going to head in this direction. We're going to find life pod 4 because I need to be able to go deeper. Which means I do need to do the modification station to improve the depth module that I've got, but that's also going to open up a whole host of other things that I'm going to want to do. You can hear the reef backs. Like hearing the reef backs, that means there's nothing scarier in the area, which there sometimes can be. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is the kind of hunt that you want to do in the daytime, trying to find life pod 4. But we are where we are. Hopefully the sun will come up soon. And it will start charging the batteries, if nothing else. Ooh, hitting a kelp forest here. Come on, sun. Where is the sunshine? So it's been I've actually been really having a nice week. I felt quite inspired to do a bit of recording, so you might be a little bit surprised, there's actually going to be 2 Skyrim videos coming up this week, because I got a little bit ahead, and yeah, I just thought I'd put 2 up. So yeah, there's at least 2 Skyrim videos. If I manage to get enough time this evening while I'm doing this recording, there we go, we're heading towards the Aurora. I'm going to try and get 3 Subnautica videos out this week as well. So as like a little celebration of getting to episode 10 in a series, I'm going to basically try and put something out every day. Ooh. Super secret messages. So that freaked me out the first time I saw that, and I think it freaks out most Subnautica players the first time they come across that. That is a rather key story piece that I'm not going to spoil. We will just get to that when we get to that. Okay, so here we have the wreck, and this is why I really want it to be daytime, because we kind of need to judge where we are against the Aurora. And they sent their picture in the daytime. So, oh look, the sun's coming up now, so that's good. Yeah, so circling back to what I was originally trying to say at that point before we were interrupted by the psychic message. Yeah, I'm hoping to have a video out every weekday this week, which will be nice, and I'm hoping that'll be a pleasant treat for everyone. Okay, so let's recheck our clues. So that's where it is. So it's going to be a bit more in this direction, I think. Looking at the engine, I think I can already see it in the daylight. There you go, you can see it on the radar, or on the sonar, upside down there. Here is Life Pod 4, which I genuinely think is only over here to get you a little bit closer to the Aurora, or reasons that are, you know, worrying.
Integrating new PDA data.
And I think you don't need to do that, seeing as the story takes you in that direction anyway. Can we get sight of what I'm worried about? No. Okay, alright. Although one of the comments in the last episode, one of the guys was watching it, made me giggle, because he made comments about how he was worried and listening out for what I was worried about that I spotted on the sonar at the end of the last episode. And suffice to say, when we're invited to the Aurora, I'm going to try and be brave, I think is the best way to put that without spoiling what's going to happen. But, right, let's go back. Let's get that modification station sorted, and then we can start looking at depth modules. And maybe we can revisit the Grand Reef. I'm really pleased to have got that depth module sorted. So yeah, but yeah, it's been yeah, good week. Interesting to see what's been going on with the channel. It's slowly growing. I'm hoping it continues to grow and do well. But it's definitely back in range now. But yeah, it's interesting to watch some of the analytics that come through. So for those of you, well, probably next to none of you know what I actually do. In my day job, I'm a data analyst, so that is what I do on a day-to-day basis. So seeing the back end of the YouTube algorithm, I find it fascinating to see their analytics suite, and so I can get access to all this data and see who's watching it and what they're watching. And well, it doesn't give me what they're watching, but it gives me some detail around what's happening and the kind of people that are watching it, which, like I say, I find fascinating. Unfortunately, I don't have, I'm not a big enough YouTube channel yet to get all of the demographics and whatnot, but yeah, I find it interesting. But like I say, that's my day job, which is probably why I find it interesting. Most of you guys will probably find it quite dull. Right, okay. So, let's talk about modification station. What do we need for a modification station? We will need computer chip, diamond, and lead. Okay. Who thinks we're going to need copper? Right, we're definitely going to need more of them. There's our gold for the computer chip. There's our lead. Oh. Right, okay. Have we got any diamonds left? We have. So, it's just the computer chip we need. Okay. For the computer chip we are going to need, surprise surprise, copper wire. And we're going to need some more table coral as well. So let's go and get that done fairly quickly, and then, like I say, we can get going with some of the other bits. Wow, I've really hoovered up the limestone chunks for them to not be that close and all be over here. I really struggle to believe that, but oh well. I mean, this is the whole reason I left the scanner going. Titanium, copper. Right, let's grab some more copper because I have a wild idea that we're probably going to need more computer chips. So let's just do a bit of a hoover while we're around. Get what we can. But I genuinely hope sort of all you guys watching this are enjoying the series so far. I am trying to keep it largely unedited. I know I could sort of cut out all these dull, probably unsexy bits, but I kind of want to give, particularly people, particularly people that haven't watched any Subnautica before, I want to give them a sense of what it's like genuinely to do all of it. Which is why I'm not wanting to sort of edit too heavily and cut too much out. Trying to give everyone basically a nice raw... Oh, I'm going to need some air. Raw sort of view on how it works. I hope that works for most of you, and you'll find if you start watching the Skyrim series, that's broadly the same. I'm not cutting bits out, and it's I'll be honest, it does make life easier on my part, which means I can get more episodes out because I get to spend the time recording fully instead of just recording a few bits. Well, basically recording a chunk, having to cut loads out, so the recording time doesn't match the episode time. So at the moment, for example, because it's very light on the editing and you see what I see, I can give you a half-an-hour episode for basically half an hour's recording time. Whereas if I try and edit it more heavily, the recording time won't match the editing time or the episode time, which means I'd basically be giving you guys fewer episodes, which is not something I want to do. I want to give you guys as much as I can. Right, here's our modification station. Not worried about a thermoblade. Ultra high capacity tank, that I want. Have I got enough lithium? No! One short. I'm one lithium short. Last. Okay. Alright. We're going to need to set up a shopping list. I think I'm full on titanium now. No, that's not what I meant to do. Get back in there. Right, that is full. Okay, so we will dump the spare titanium in here. We will put the copper and the gold in here. We're going to keep hold of that lithium. We will drink a couple of water. Okay, so, shopping list. We want... Where's our mod station? Okay, so we want that ultra high tank, so we need to go and get more lithium. Polyaniline. That's going to be a pain. I'm going to need to go and find some of that. What's our depth module need? Enamelled glass, plasteel ingot, and magnetite, which means we need a lot more lithium. Okay, alright. So, we're probably going to wind up, for this, going back into that jelly shroom cave, because the lithium is all down there. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, have a spot of lunch, chop you up, and replant the seeds. Okay. So, let's turn that off. You're not going to be able to pick up lithium, are you? No? Okay, alright, we'll just go back down there and have a look then. See what we can find. Okay.
All systems online.
Still slightly upset we've not found the thermal yet. Or the thermal power plant. Because that would make life easier. Okay. I'm just thinking before I left, I probably should have left it scanning for shale chunks. Because I think they can put out lithium. But either way.
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yes, it can. Okay.
After 200
We're going to want that
meters,
back on.
Oxygen efficiency greatly
So
decreased.
yes, I should have left it on the shale scanner. As it is, we'll just have to use our eyes. There's another chunk. That's gold. That's magnetite because we needed some of that as well. So, I'm thinking we are going to need, ooh, clunk clunk, at least another 2 pieces of lithium. Have everything we need. So the ultra high capacity tank is the one I go for over the light high capacity tank because I'm not worried about... Oh, there's a crab snake. Hello, buddy. I'm not worried about moving quickly because I've got the sea glide if I need to move quickly. What I'm worried about is endurance, which, yes, haha, get your jokes out. That's why I want the nice big oxygen tank, so I don't have to worry about catching my breath as often.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Let's just double check. For a plasteel, it is 2 lithium I need. Make sure it's not my memory. Yes, it is. So we definitely need at least 1 more so we can start that depth module. Yeah, I'm crashing the Seamoth quite a lot. I can understand why some people opt to go for the hull reinforcements, because it does make the Seamoth a bit more durable to those light collisions. But the light collisions you can buff out, I'm not too worried. Use the repair tool. There we go, that's what we wanted. So let's go and make a bit more progress. What worries me, the hull reinforcements don't help with. Which is why I need the polyaniline, because what I'm worried about, the polyaniline fends off. There we go, I think that's our way out. Or the very least it's a way out, but I'm pretty sure this is our way out. Yep, there's home. And we've got a new radio message. If we're lucky, it's going to take us somewhere interesting. Right, let's patch that up after all the crashing I did. Okay, so now we can go back and do the work on the modification station. So we need to take off our O2 tank. So hang on, the big one gives us 135, so we go from 135 to and still going 225, which is why I like that one. Gives us an awful lot of time down. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because we want the plasteel ingot. So then going to need CMOS depth. No, not Mark III. Enamelled glass. Okay, so for that do we have enough quartz for any glass? We do. So let's set this looking for stalker teeth. So I can do that while we make the glass. Jump out. It's found us a stalker tooth. Perfect. Head over this way. So far we've only got the one ruby, but spotted we already need 3 for the depth module, to cap out the depth module for the Seamoth. So that's going to be fun. But in all honesty, it's not too bad when we get to the right areas. Oh, there's a wall there. My fault, looking away for a second. Right, in we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Turn that off to save the battery because we're at night time now. We need our depth module. Our enamelled glass, and then we can use our mod station to give us a level 2 depth module, which lets the Seamoth go deeper, which will hopefully mean we can go back and have a poke around that reef a bit more. Okay, now we're at 500 meters crush depth, which is good. Okay, where is that radio message sending us? Let's find out.
This is Altera HQ. This may be your only communications window. We can't send a rescue ship all the way out there, so Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer.
Sandwich run, you in?
Yeah, give me a second. Black box data shows the high security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional.
Becky's leaving like in 5 minutes.
All right, tell Becky I'll just take the regular.
The regular.
Yeah, she'll know what I mean. The code should
And
be...
if she doesn't,
Just tell her the regular, dude.
okay.
The
If I
code...
say regular, she's like, what's the regular? I can come all the way back up here.
The code should be 2679. The regular's just a ham and cheese.
Okay, would you just say ham and cheese?
Ham and cheese.
Okay.
Okay, so that is one of the bits I wanted, and that does take us somewhere interesting. So that's definitely going to be for next episode, and you might have noticed I started looking ahead because I'm going to want something for that. I need another computer chip, so I need to find some more table coral, which is one of the few resources I don't think you can actually scan for. You do just need to find it on the side of the cliffs. And I have no idea why I'm having so much trouble, because it's something I normally find without any worry at all. And yet this playthrough, they've not been jumping out at me as much as they normally seem to. Is that some? Yeah, there's some there. Excellent. Right, let's try and stock up a bit, shall we? Okay, alright, we've got a little bit there. Okay, and there's home. Okay, right, off we go. So, those of you that have played it before know that that message leads us to the Aurora, which is, yeah, what we're definitely going to be exploring next episode. But for that, like I said, I want to be prepared, so I'm actually going to go out and grab a couple of acid mushrooms as well, which I know there's some outside here. There they are. Because I'm going to make another battery. Okay, up we go. Right, grab that last copper. Right, computer chip. Battery. And we will swap one in our Sea Glide. Okay, and then I think... Okay, what are we missing? Titanium. One piece of titanium. Okay, we can manage that. So we want the stasis rifle. Because I'm going to do something either very brave or, like I say, very stupid. Now, we're not going to need the rebreather. We're going to want the radiation helmet. We're not going to want the rebreather. So we'll pop that there. And, yeah, next episode we're going to head towards the Aurora. So,
note: Craig McGill crash-landed in the acid swamps of Boreal 9, fought off the arachnid kidney poachers, and hijacked a tamed Star Wall. If he can do all that, you can survive one more day.
lovely. Right, but yes, thank you very much for coming along. Likes, comments, subscriptions, they all help the channel out, help it grow, get it in front of other people. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks very much.